Good morning, my name is Allison and I'm from Stauffers at Kissel Garden Centers, and I'm here today to talk to you about winter container gardening. This is one of my favorite things to do for decorating because you can be so creative and have a lot of fun with all the different materials that you can use. I'm going to do what I call an urn liner. It's something that you can set on your porch just like this, or you can use it to slide down inside of an urn or decorative planter or container that you have decorating your house already. First thing that we do when you're doing a winter container is start with a sturdy live green. These are all live green cuttings here, and they will all last for quite a long time, especially if they're outside and kept cool. This one here is Nobile Fir. This is what I always start with. It's the longest lasting green. It's very sturdy and it's a beautiful green. So first thing we want to do is start to place these into our container. What I have here in the middle is called Oasis. It's a floral foam, and you can stick your greens down into it and it holds the water. If you have containers that are full of potting soil or some sort of soil from summer or fall plantings, you can use that too. So what we do is just start and place your greens around your container. You can put them at different angles and at different heights because it's going to be filled in with lots of different types of greens. So you don't have to take a whole lot of time determining exactly where you're going to put them. I'm going to make one that looks nice from all sides. You can make it so it just has a front face, or so that it looks good from all angles, whichever you would like to do. Some of your larger greens will have a larger base at the bottom. In order to not take up so much room, you can take some pruners like you would use for any of your summer plantings and trimmings. Just sort of cut off some of that extra bulkiness to the bottom so that you have more room to get more branches in your container. So here I have my base layer with the Nobile Fir, which has a really pretty greenish blue kind of color. Okay, next thing I want to do is I'm going to take a different type of green. Here I'm going to use white pine, which has a really long, thin needle, so it's a different texture and a little bit different of a color, and use that to place in around the Nobile Fir for some contrast. Okay, so now I filled the bulk of my container with the Nobile Fir and the white pine, and again I'm going to add a different type of green now. This one is called a Port Orford cedar. It's real long, has kind of a lime green color and real wavy, so this is nice to again add another type of contrast to your container. So we just stick him in a couple different places, wherever you would like, and it is filling up. So soon we're going to start, we can add some of the more exciting things like winterberry or some bows, pomegranates. You can accessorize with anything that you like, anything that you buy, or anything that you can get out of your yard. It's always nice when you can find something from your home to add to your container. So now my container's filled up with a bunch of different types of greens, and now, like I said, you can add the accessories. For this container, I think I'm going to add some pomegranates and a bow, and then finish it off with some red twig dogwood to give it some height. This really kind of adds a finishing touch to a container. So the pomegranates, the trick to these guys is you need to get them, you can just set them down in there if you would like, or if you want to add a little bit of extra stability to them, then you poke them onto the end of a stick and then poke that down into your foam, and that will keep them in place. This is a real pomegranate, so when you poke the stick into it, watch out because you will get some pomegranate juice out of it. Okay, so now I have my pomegranate on a stick, and I'm just going to stick it right down in here, and it'll keep it exactly where I want to have it for my arrangement. And then to finish off this container, I'm going to add some of the red twig dogwood to it. Again, this is live. This is cut off of a red twig dogwood bush. I'm going to cut them down a little bit for this size container, but you can leave them tall if you would like. Okay, so I have my red twig dogwood placed, and I have my pomegranates and my bow in here. And I think just for something a little more exciting, I'm going to add a couple branches of camellia to it. This is an evergreen. It's a big broad leaf, so it really looks beautiful amongst your needled evergreens. Put a couple sprigs of that in there, and then I'm gonna drop this container down into my decorative urn, and it will be finished. So now I have my camellia added, and my container is done. I used a few of the different options for decorating, but there's tons more. There's variegated holly, which is what this is. It has a beautiful dark green leaf with a yellow edge to it, and some of the red holly berries. You can add pine cones, small ones, large ones, or you can, if you want to have more of a red colored container, we have sticks of winterberry. You just stick a stick down in there and instantly have some color, and it makes it really showy. Okay, and now we've set the liner down into the decorative urn, and we're ready for the holiday season. Thanks for watching today, and have a Merry Christmas.